I want to start with your reaction to yesterday's Colorado Supreme Court ruling. Last year on Meet the Press, you criticized the president for his actions on January 6th. What do you make of this ruling and the fact that it concludes that Trump engaged in insurrection on the 6th?
You know, I'm not a lawyer. And first of all, thanks for having me on. I'm not a lawyer, but I suspect the Supreme Court will likely overturn this. I think the number one concern I hear, and I would agree, the president's not been found guilty yet, through the impeachment process or through the special prosecutor. And so you would think he'd have to at least be found guilty in court or previously through the impeachment before Colorado could rule this way. So I suspect the Supreme Court will take this on and likely will be overturned.
Are you confident that there is a mechanism to find him guilty, though? I mean, the Republicans wouldn't vote for his conviction on impeachment or on impeaching him because he was out of office. Now he's arguing he's immune because these are actions that he took while he was president. If none of that works and he can't be kicked off the ballot here by judges, how do you hold somebody like him accountable?
Well, you know, there's 4 different sets of indictments that are going on right now, and one of them is over January 6th and the events leading up to it. And I really think that is a legitimate area where the president could be scrutinized. You know, for us, the impeachment occurred after he left. Right. We weren't even sure at the time if that was the right way to go. So I do think it's through, the courts right now that if a prosecutor wants to come forward, that this is the proper forum to have that happen. So there's a possibility he could be found guilty, and in that case, there could be grounds for Colorado or other states to do this. But until there's a guilty finding by a jury or a judge, I don't see how states can do this.
What do you make of the manner in which so much of the party has rallied around Donald Trump every time we've seen some of these new legal challenges? Does that tell us more about the challenges themselves? Does it tell us more about the party? And what does that tell you about his chances going forward, both in the primary and in November?
Well, there's 2 probably different perspectives. There is roughly half or 50% in the polling. You would say that they think a lot of these charges are political. Mm-hmm. And like here with Colorado, he's not even been found guilty yet, and yet he's being taken off the ballot. I think others are concerned. We're looking at 90 different indictments as well. And I want to get a Republican in the White House. And I want someone that can carry our message strongly, whether it's the border, strengthening our alliances, getting our spending under control. And I think it's more important for me to make sure we have someone, the most competitive person we can get in there to actually take the White House back. Because it's hard to overcome a president that's liberal or left of center. We see it with Joe Biden. His executive orders are hurting us at the border. They're hurting us in the military. And so I'm for trying to get the best candidate we can that can take it back. So I think the indictments hurt him in winning a year from now or next November.